Hey everyone, it's me, Donna. I'm making this video today to hopefully be able to capture something, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm out here on my trampoline. I'm going to see if I can capture any anomalies in the sky. I've been noticing quite a bit of activity over the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. I've noticed airplanes that are way, way high up. They're very high altitude. Some of them spew out chemtrails that turn into clouds, that form rain, that sometimes end up forming tornadoes, that end up killing people, and blah, blah, blah. And of course, people can believe what they want to, but when you see it with your own eyes, when you see these things being created, and they'll do like different things. They'll do like grid patterns, and some of them do zigzags, which some of them can even be the smaller planes that love to do that little picking out a spot, and they'll just keep going around and around and around and around and around in that spot, spraying God knows what. But regardless, it makes you wonder, is there something that we're not being told? Is this planet at a point to where it cannot produce its own rain and, stuff like that? Are they having to use outside sources or human intervention or maybe some other type of intervention to create this? And if so, who's responsible? Like when people die from the storms that get created, who's going to be responsible for that? So far, nobody. And I guess that's the way it will continue, because people don't want to believe that anything's going on. But when you see it for your own eyes, day after day after day after day, it really just irritates you. And you're like, you kind of feel helpless because there's nothing that you can do, and there's nothing you see being done. And even the people that have spoken out against chemtrails in the past have been dismissed, and it's all played out in courts and all that crap, and it's just been brushed under the rug, and nothing ever gets done about it. So I guess if the government really doesn't want people to know, they really won't know, So yeah, but regardless, I see this all the time. I hear these planes several days out of a week just coming into our atmosphere. It seems like they're coming in out of nowhere, like there's some type of portal in the sky or something. And because what's funny is normally when you hear a jet, you'll hear it coming, especially if you're standing outside or something like that. You can hear this thing coming, right? These just come out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden you'll just hear them in a spot, and then they'll throttle up as if they've, I don't know, to me, as if they've come from outer space or something. Just, just all of a sudden throttle up, and then they start their little thing that they do every day. They do all kinds of things. Like I said, some of them spew out chemtrails, and some of them don't. They just have what we refer to as regular contrails. Some of them even play games with each other. I've seen them do it. They'll swirl around each other, almost like the Blue Angels. If any of you have seen Blue Angels air shows and things like that, these planes do that with each other. They do it. It looks quite dangerous, if you ask me, but they don't seem to be worried about it. But they'll be like side by side, whirling and twirling around each other and all that crap, and heading right, facing the sun. Like you'll see them just heading right towards the sun. And that's what blows my mind. You'd think that would blind a person, that most pilots, or airplane pilots or whatever, wouldn't really want to attempt something like that. But yeah, so all that crap goes on. And it makes your mind spin just thinking about all the different possibilities and the thoughts of what are they doing. I know that all of a sudden we've got around here in Alabama, we do have more air bases and stuff than I would have thought, because I looked it up a while back, and I was shocked at how many air bases that are around here. But still, I don't know, the whole thing bothers me. And also, I've seen, orbs. I've captured a few things here and there. In the day, they look like white balls that tend to just appear, and then they'll just start disappearing and fade into nothing. At night, they look like big balls of light. I had an experience back in 2014. At night, one of those balls of light actually came down eye level with me. It was not too far away from me, and I saw it up close, and I know what it looked like. It was a big ball of light with a slit and then a smaller ball of light inside of it. It didn't say anything or anything like that. I kind of, if it did have, I don't know, any kind of spiritual or anything like that connection, I do wish it would have said something or whatever. But I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but it didn't. But it did go up and hover above me in a tree that was right beside me, and it turned back and forth between orange, red, and white, and it actually looked like lava. And then it seemed like it shrunk because it then turned into a small solid black ball, and it shot up into the sky like faster than anything I've ever seen in my life. It blew my mind. But yeah, it just, so like I said, I've been able to capture a few things here and there, but it's not the best, because by the time you pull out your camera, like, they'll appear and then disappear like that. Like, I don't know, it's almost as if they know that that's what you're doing or something. It's weird. But yeah, so when I can capture it, I'm like glad, because it is. And at night, it's very hard to capture these things, because a lot of times these balls of light are so high up in the sky that even though you can see them with your eyes, the camera can't pick them up. Or at least these cheap cameras that I've got, they don't seem to pick anything like that up unless it gets to a certain size. Even when I zoom in as close as I can, if it's not a certain size, it won't pick it up. So yeah, that's what makes it more difficult. And sometimes these things will get huge, like they'll suddenly just blow up into this big, huge ball of light, but then it'll get to a certain point and then it will just disappear, or it will go down. It'll shrink real fast to a very, very tiny ball of light. So I don't know, it's just weird. It's very strange. I even see these little rocket things that are just straight up, they just look like a rocket, like a regular rocket, and they will appear out of nowhere, just poof, appear in the sky, and then they'll maybe move around, and then they'll disappear, like just vanish, and you're just like, whoa, a rocket vanishes? Oh, that's odd. So I don't know. I just don't know what to make of the whole thing. I just don't know if it is our military, our government military, if it's a foreign military, or if it's actual UFOs, aliens, or if it's a mixture of spiritual beings mixed in with aliens, I mean, I don't know. Like, the possibilities are endless, so it's very mind-blowing. But regardless, I want to get off of here and just see what I can actually capture. I may not capture anything today, but I'm going to try. But anyway, if I do, I will include it after I get through talking in this video. So, as far as me, I personally will talk to you guys later, but if you see any more to this video, then you know I captured something. But anyway, talk to you later.